Pay attention to signs this week. Pay attention to synchronicities this week, because you are going to be guided. My gorgeous Sagittarius. There is something you forgot to do. There is something that maybe you avoid doing, but you really need to deal with this aspect of your life. These signs and these synchronicities are going to be reminded of something that you either forgot about, some kind of a problem, some kind of an issue, something that you need to deal with immediately, and something that you need to bring to an end so you can move forward with your life. This is karmically affecting you, and this has been karmically affecting you more than you can possibly imagine. So it's either something that you forgot about and you are most certainly going to be reminded of this, or it's something, you know, that you don't even like to think about how much it's actually affecting you in a negative way. But you need to understand that there is a reason why you are going to have so many signs. There is a reason why you are going to have so many synchronicities, because this part of your life right now, it's more important than you can possibly imagine. And the reason you are going to be guided, spiritually guided, it's because, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you're able to deal with this problem. You can do this. You can do this. Okay? And that's why you are being reminded of this problem. It's something that you just need to deal with immediately. There is something that you're going to need to bring to an end. Something was like kind of left unresolved in the past. And this is to do with personal problem. This is to do with something really personal, but it's also to do with an aspect of your life that caused all sorts of difficulties to you in the past. And that's why you don't even like to be reminded of that, let alone like plunging in order to resolve this, whatever this is. So my gorgeous Sagittarini, honestly, I really hope you are going to take this very, very seriously. You know, I hope you're going to take this very seriously and do pay attention to signs, to these signs I'm talking about, and you know, do pay attention to these synchronicities, because my God, throughout this week they will be guiding you towards you kind of remembering something that you actually forgot about, something that you need to bring to an end. You know, and karmically this is more important than you can possibly imagine, because when it comes to numerology, your numbers this week are 1212. This is yet again a really powerful combination of numbers, and it also means that you are going to have a literally sacred experience before the end of this week. This sacred experience that you are going to have, it's going to surprise you, but it's really going to remind you of this really important path that you are on. It's going to remind you of something that means to you so much, but you really thought that that has come to an end, and something that has been stuck in the progress, you know, something that has been stuck in the process as well. You will be reminded of how much this means to you, and the level of confidence you are going to have at that moment in time. It's not only going to elevate you, but it's also going to put you into this like kind of psychic mode as well, where you're going to realize and see things about yourself you never realized before. And in terms of your near future, you're going to start feeling things really vividly. And this is something that I need you to understand, and I need you to follow. Pay attention to this as well. And when it comes to the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, let me tell you something. Sorry. When it comes to the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you see, okay, something unexpected is going to happen, and you are going to realize that something unexpected is going to happen. It's going to be connected to the certain person, okay? And this particular person, it's like, you know, somebody not really nice, somebody who is having a negative impact on your life, somebody who has kind of created a bit of a restriction to you and to your life. There is something that's going to happen when it comes to this particular person here, okay? Something unexpected, and it's to do with somebody who is maybe just like a not really a nice person, and somebody who is like a little bit dishonest. It's really kind of either going to demand something from you, or that person is going to tell you something and you're really not going to like it, and whatever it's going to happen, you will realize that you're going to have absolutely enough, and you will decide to move forward. You know, you will decide to move forward with your life. And this in itself is like, you are going to surprise yourself the way you are going to react, and I feel like you're about to find out certain things about yourself, the way you deal in certain situations, you know, in life. This is really going to surprise you, but in a good and in a really positive way, because maybe if these situations happened like about a few weeks ago, you would kind of respond in a completely different way, but something is going to be triggered within you. So it's not about, this is not going to be a negative experience, please don't get me wrong, this is not going to be negative experience whatsoever. But it's just about, you know, specific people in our lives. There are specific people on our spiritual journey that play a really big role in our lives. Whether they are negative roles or whether they are positive roles, it doesn't really matter. What's going to happen right now here is that you are about to snap out of something that has been holding you back, and more than you can possibly imagine, this has been affecting your, you know, your life in terms of you being restricted to do what you want to do. And this situation connected to this as well has been like kind of affecting your progress in life in general. Lots of things have kind of slowed down in your life because of this. So be grateful. So the bottom line is that somebody is going to surprise you. Not surprise you, this is going to be, an unexpected situation. When it comes to somebody who you know, it's maybe a little bit dishonest. When it comes to somebody who is not really kind of nice, you knew all this, but it's like kind of that particular person is going to demand something from you, or that particular person is going to kind of irritate you a little bit, or that particular person is kind of going to have some kind of disagreement with you. But I really do think that this person, you're going to feel like it's demanding something from you, which you are kind of going to start finding really impossible. But it's not about that. It's more about what effect and what impact on your life this is going to have. A really positive impact. Why? Because you're going to snap out of something major here that you didn't even know has been affecting your progress in life so much. Only after this moment in time you're going to realize, because you are going to realize you want to move forward. You had enough of something here. And this is absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because at the same time there is a reason why, and not that long after that moment in time, you are going to start becoming really nostalgic, and you're going to start thinking about lots of different aspects in your life, like from a very long time ago. But you're going to be triggered in such a way, wherever you look, things are going to be keep on reminding you of your past, you know, of certain memories. And this is actually a really positive sign, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is actually a really positive sign, because not that long after that moment in time, there is going to be something really beautiful. It's going to happen to you. Something really beautiful is going to happen to you, but it's going to happen in such a way where you are really going to be going somewhere, maybe to talk with a group of people, or maybe to talk with a couple of people, where you are going to be so nervous. This is going to be something important you're going to need to do. After that, still at around the beginning of this week, you're going to need to talk to a certain person or a group of people. But this is going to be putting you off. Like, there is something that's going to be putting you off so much, and you will not want to do this. But this is going to be so imminent. This is going to be so important, and you will go, thank God. God. And you know, the actual experience that you are going to have when that comes to an end is going to blow you away. It's going to blow you away. Something that you were avoiding doing, some kind of conversation, something really important, something that you were avoiding doing, you know, something beautiful is going to happen, and it's going to be completely different to what you would have imagined to be. And you're going to be like, why didn't I do this earlier? My God, why didn't I do this before? Not only you're going to have such a positive, such a nice experience, but at the same time, there is something really important you're going to find out. And what you're going to find out, it's like really to do with this inspiration. You know, with this something that's going to inspire you when it comes to you realizing which big step, you know, which next step you want to make. But this in itself really is to do with your lifestyle change and things like that. You know, not only you're gonna have this brilliant realization what you want to do, but this happens when we are inspired by the right people in our lives. And when it happens so randomly, when you think it's gonna be negative, but then at the end you just end up with all this also is going to play an important role when it comes to you having a confidence as well. Absolutely brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, still at around the beginning of this week, do you know what? There is this you are really literally going to have a reason to celebrate. You're going to feel so happy. Within the last 3 or 4 months, okay? Within the last 3 or 4 months, you had some kind of a negotiation, an important negotiation within the last 3 or 4 months. It's not only about negotiation which you've had, but there was some kind of a compromise that you've needed to make. Okay, within the last 3 or 4 months, there was some kind of a compromise you've made, and you weren't too sure whether this compromise was the right thing or not. Now you are going to have a rather surprising news, which is going to give you a reason to celebrate, because you are going to realize only now that you made the right decision with this particular compromise, because you are also going to have a major idea. You are going to have a brilliant idea, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And this particular idea, otherwise you wouldn't have. Okay, and this particular idea that you are going to have, it's like you are gonna get so many strong and positive vibes out of it. So it's not only about you finding out that you did the right thing, but you're also gonna have this amazing idea. Again, like, oh my God, I've got a brilliant idea, but it's gonna be connected to this, like whatever this was. You know, this compromise that you've made, whatever this was, this compromise that you've made, this idea, it's going to be like somehow connected to that, but otherwise this brilliant idea you wouldn't have. And this is why you're going to feel so excited. You're going to feel so excited. Oh my God. You're going to feel really pleased with yourself. And that's why I'm always saying it's just so important to follow your intuition, because the reason why you had this compromise in the first place within the last 3 or 4 months, my gorgeous Sagittarini, is because you were following your intuition in the first place. You're going to realize how psychic you really actually are. And this is really clearly telling me also that maybe lots of people were like, no baby, no, where you were making this compromise, you know, and all that within the last 3 or 4 months, you know. Maybe few people that are major people in your life were telling you, no baby, no. And this is why you're going to feel so pleased with yourself. And yet again, a really powerful sign that we have to follow our intuition always. So when it comes to the midweek, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to the midweek, there is going to be such an important opportunity you are going to have. There is an important opportunity you are going to, at around the midweek, you're going to hear about this opportunity. And this opportunity is going to mean to you so much, but these are only the beginning stages. Does that make sense? So at around the midweek, you're going to have a news about this really exciting opportunity for you. Okay? And you will know instantly that when it comes to this opportunity, that this is going to start this process where your life is going to start beautifully changing, like really quickly. So this in itself, it's going to lead towards you understanding, oh my God, when it comes to this idea, like, you know, you will realize when it comes to this idea, for example, you know, it's like you're going to need to make an important decision, like a really, really important decision in order to kind of, when it comes to this opportunity, you see, you're going to need to make an important decision before you take this opportunity on. Do you understand me? So at around the midweek, you're going to have this news about this really exciting opportunity. This is going to be really exciting time for you, but you're really also going to understand, my gorgeous Sagittarini, that this opportunity is going to start this process where your life is going to transform. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. So these type of opportunities, you know, it's not something that it's going to happen overnight or something like that. So this in itself, you will realize clearly that you're going to need to make a really important decision when it comes to this opportunity. And I know that there is somebody very close to you, somebody in your life, somebody who means to you so much is going to come forward, and it's going to mean to you so much that that particular person is going to be able to understand where exactly you're coming from. So this particular gorgeous person here, it's really going to play such an important role when it comes to you having a courage through this person to actually even consider this. And this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to this opportunity, the more you talk about this opportunity to this particular person, for example, the more you're going to realize how much this means to you, and the more possibilities you are going to clearly understand that are connected to it. So the next 3 weeks are going to be absolutely crucial when it comes to you doing something about this opportunity and taking this on very, very seriously indeed. The next 3 weeks are going to be absolutely crucial, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, such a positive news. This is going to be like a really positive week, you know, my gorgeous Sagittarini. I know I said this at the beginning of the week, oh God, someone is going to irritate you a little bit. But at the end of the day, this week it's going to be extremely important for you, because at around the end of this week, you're going to have such a positive news. And this positive news that you are going to have at around the end of this week, it's like kind of going to be connected to somebody else, and somehow that particular person is connected to number 2 and number 3. Somehow that particular person is connected to number 2 and number 3. Okay, so you are going to hear a really positive news connected to this particular person who is connected to number 2 and number 3 somehow. And this is not just any random person. This is somebody who is in your life and somebody who means to you so much. So to you, when you hear this news, this is going to mean to you so much, because this particular person means to you so much, and it's also to do with somebody who you have been worrying about. So of course that you're emotionally connected to this person, bless your heart. I can see you being so happy that this person is so happy, like it happened to you, honestly. So of course that this is to do with pure emotions in between you and somebody else. Maybe this is like a family member, maybe this is one of your best friends, it doesn't matter. This good news is going to rock your world as well. And it's not only that, you are gonna instantly want to do something that person has done. You will instantly want to do something that person has done. There is something that you will want to explore. There is something that you will want to find out more. There is something which is really going to impress you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, to the point where you are actually going to have a vision. You are going to have this vision. Oh my God. You are going to have this vision, and and you will start seeing your life in general in a completely different light, which is going to reflect a lot on your immediate future. You will instantly see what no longer works for you, and you will instantly see which life do you want to jump in, like immediately. And you know why this vision is going to be so important? Because when we have such a powerful vision, when it comes to our life, when it comes to our future, our immediate future, you know, it becomes, when we have a vision, especially when it comes to our future, what we want to do, when we connect in such a powerful way, it means that we are close to something major, we are close to something big. So things become so vivid when it comes to our future, and this becomes our driving force as well when it comes to our spirit, when it comes to our soul. So we become so strong as well through these visions that we become extremely confident when it comes to us realizing that there is a major, you're going to realize that there is a major sacrifice you are going to need to make. Okay? Sorry, darling. You're going to realize that there is a major sacrifice you're going to need to make in order to commit yourself fully to this. You will know what that is, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and my advice is absolutely go for it. So now I'm going to see what are going to be your 3 tarot cards for this week, okay? Ooh, this one just fell down. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. Do you know what I feel? I really feel with this card, Queen of Cups, what I really feel with this just fell down or fell out or whatever. You know what I mean. I feel like somebody's just being really lonely. But it's not you. Somebody's being really lonely. This person in your life, somebody connected to you, somebody in your life is being really lonely, and somebody's going through some kind of emotional difficulties. And I really hope you work out who this is. This person is really nice. This person is really down to earth. This person is gorgeous to those people in this person's life. So somebody is going through something very difficult, like some kind of emotional problem. Please try to work out who this is and get in touch with this person. Very, very important. You're going to do some good karma, you know, and that person wouldn't show up in your reading unless you're able to make an impact on that person's life. And every time when you make an impact on somebody else's life, do you know what happens? They also make an impact on your own life. You find out something that you didn't even need, you didn't even think that you needed to know. Only later you know that there is so much more to it, you know? Only later you will see that there is so much more to it. And that's going to happen within the next few months when you find yourself at this major crossroads. What that person will tell you is going to be crucial. Okay, so now I'm just going to see what are going to be your 3 tarot cards of the week, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Ooh la la, surprise, surprise. You see this? If somebody irritates you, and I told you this, it's like at the beginning of this week, I told you this, you see, it's repeating. This is not just for me to repeat this, but this is for me to tell you to not to forget, to don't back down. When somebody challenges you this week, don't back down. Stay true to yourself. You have to stay true to yourself. Because if you don't, you're just going to prolong things in your life unnecessarily. Just remember this, okay? You need to stay true to yourself, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And also, at the same time, you are going to have such an important advice. There is a certain person who is going to give you a mind-blowing advice. My gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to this advice, this wise advice, when it comes to your finances, And I would absolutely believe what this person is going to say to you. So either there is a particular person who is going to give you an amazing advice when it comes to your finances, or through some kind of amazing person you are going to realize exactly what do you need to do in order to do something positive for your financial situation. Indeed. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.